videos, and he was very interesting. Got me talking, and then I realized maybe I should press the go live button.
I was interesting. Jesus Christ, that's a compliment. Thank you.
You were interesting, yes. Now here's the thing. I didn't want to talk about Dev again, but he did have the ultimate take. Like,
I mean, mildly.
he did have like the one take to take them all, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh well, I mean, my viewers will love this, and so here we are. And for those of you who don't know what the take was, it says right here, if you make me choose the lesser evil, okay, communism is the lesser evil over Make America Great Again. So basically, he wants the government to take away his YouTube channel because the communists would consider that a degenerate liberal profession. He wants the communists to set him straight because, like, communism doesn't promote gay sexuality. No socialist nation on planet Earth, except for East Germany, has tolerated the gays. They would lock him up. And half of his Discord, probably. And he basically says, yes, like, that's preferable than, I don't know, like, Donald Trump securing the border. Look, I'm the type of person that can understand why someone wants communism, right? Like, either someone is dirt poor and thinks like, okay, well, they have nothing left to take from me, so if communism happens, maybe I get something. I can understand spite, where people will say, oh shit, my microphone is low. All right. I can understand spite, where people will say, they fucked with me, so I will support this regime that will fuck with them in return so that everyone gets fucked. I get that, Like, why should I be the only one that's getting fucked? I want everyone to get fucked. But I don't get the people that are advocating against their own interests. Like, if they have a business, which is a YouTube channel, why would you want the government to take that away from you? This just makes no sense
You're
to me.
assuming Dev is rational here.
I assume most people should be, yeah. It's kind of like
He's not rational. He's insane.
It's kind of like a black person advocating for the KKK to return. Like, it makes absolutely no sense to me.
Oh, I can steel man that.
Oh, go on.
Well, if I look at the likes of like Walter Williams and Thomas Sowell, they openly said that black people made better gains during segregation. So if you can make whitey terrifying and make them move away from white people, they would be objectively better off according to previous metrics.
Yeah, but even then, it's not the KKK, it's segregation, right? Like, you can have segregation without the KKK.
Yes, I know, but yes, yeah, that's true. But I'm saying that you can use the KKK to lead to segregation.
I see. Well, still,
yeah, carrot and stick, basically.
Yeah, no.
Weird, but my work.
It's just like, why does he keep having these takes?
What problem does he actually have with manga, though?
I think he really bought into all of the January 6th Democrat propaganda. And he was also a big fan of Destiny. And so, like, most of Destiny's talking points, he internalized. To be fair,
2020 was so, like, obviously... But, like, I used to joke on my channel. I just said this. I said, anyone who thinks that a bunch of rowdy Trump supporters could storm the Capitol unarmed and stage a bloodless, successful coup against the most militarized nation on Earth is retarded.
It is.
Because it's true. Like, how do you... Like, if you believe that, you're nuts.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, there's nothing more to discuss.
Yeah. But he did. He did believe that. And by the way, thank you for the $5, Fire Dad. There are two types of communists, the useful idiots and the master. Dev is clearly the former. Yeah, like, that's another reason to be a communist. Like, if you're well-connected and you believe that you can be on top, communism is a great ideology, right? Like, if you're part of the inner party, sure. Try doing an audio test before going live. I don't think I can, actually, because, the problem is I forget to turn up the microphone. It's not the test, right? So if I forget to turn up the microphone, I would forget to do the audio test. Anyway, right?
Well, you can listen to the audio on OBS.
Can you? Is there an option to do that? Really?
Yes, there is. I'll teach it to you when you welfare.
Please do, because otherwise I will have to ask ChatGPT. Anyway, Right. So
God damn, you abuse that AI.
I think Ace 1918 is going to have
A
a really
field day
good
with a shit.
Christmas. Yeah, he's going to have a really good
Yeah.
Christmas. Like when the AdSense
I'm
party
going to
kicks
run on
in.
myself on my one.
Like I'm looking at Ace 1918 channel, right? And most of his videos were like 5K, 4K, 3K. And then he talks about Short Fat Otaku, 25K views. You know, it's like, and it's like, Dev, the market covets you. Like you're becoming DSP. Like people making videos criticizing you are going to be more popular than your own content if you keep it up.
Yeah, I have noticed anytime I do a video bashing dev, it always does really, really well.
I'm a slave to my demographic. I'm looking at the chat.
Yeah.
You know, I make a video when I play Xenonauts. No one gives a shit. I talk about dev and the chat is like, more. Like, I have to satisfy.
The market demands that we mock the communist.
The thing is, like, I don't have ill will towards him. It's like we're both content creators.
He does have ill will towards you, though, by the sounds of it.
I don't know. The thing is, like, we're content creators, right? So, like, I'm not the 5-year-old that wants to go out and bully him in the playground. But he makes it so fucking easy. He makes it so fucking easy, like tweeting that, oh, well, communism is actually lesser evil than MAGA. In what fucking world? Like, MAGA still lets you have elections. Or maybe he's believing that there won't be any more elections after this.
He's the kind of person that slaps a kick me sticker to his ass and then goes around complaining when people kick him. It's basically what he does.
The thing that I love the most is that recently there was like the expose on X on who's who, and you get to see the flags of people.
Oh,
and and some MAGA accounts were from Bangladesh and shit. And he really zeroed in on it, and it's like, oh, look, like a lot of MAGAs are being astroturfed. And I'm like, motherfucker, you're from Canada talking about American politics and shilling for the Democrats. Like,
yeah.
I'm not saying that's bad, right? Like, it's fine because it's the World Wide Web and you're allowed to have opinions. But when you go around and you bitch at other people doing it, and not to mention, you know, there were like Republicans against Trump, an account. Guess where it was originating from? Oh, that's right, Canada. For some reason, he didn't talk about that. And it's not the only one, right? Like, there were a lot of Democrat accounts that did it because, like, the way politics is done in 2025 is through influencers, and it's usually cheaper to hire people from India. And it's not, like, about ideology or anything. It's like, what works? Like, this is how politics works. Like, this is how you need to do it, right? If it was back in the day, you did it by going door to door and putting flyers. Nowadays, it's done on social media. And there is a correct way to do it, the meta, and a wrong way to do it. And so, like, if you're a party that generally, like, doesn't do this, you know, you're not hiring influencers, you're not astroturfing your own shit, you don't exist. And it's not just politics that do it. Corporations do it as well. Like, when a new Assassin's Creed game comes up, you're going to see, like, a lot of people that are astroturfing it and attacking people and generating buzz and controversy. You're going to see activist groups doing it. You're going to see the EU doing it. Like, literally everyone does this tactic because it's what works.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because he's in the business of doing that.
I mean...
and he's complaining about it.
Yeah, well, he'll probably pussy out and be like, well, yeah, but like people know that I'm Canadian. It's like, okay, you know, that's fine. But at the end of the day, now people know that these accounts are from Bangladesh or whatever. Do you think like people are unsubscribing from them?
Probably not.
No.
I think the main thing that people should maybe recognize is far too many people spend attacking the messenger rather than the actual message. Like, oh, look, this person from Bangladesh is saying this. Like, okay, but is it true?
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Because, like, it's not necessarily true or not. It's just that the person from Bangladesh is probably getting, like, a list of talking points from the Republicans on what to say. And it's pretty much the same when you have, like, a different content creator, like, during Project Fear, when you had COVID, and Britain actually called it Project Fear. And there were a couple, I think, like, Philosophy Tube and some others, like, they actually got the list from the Royal Palace of talking points they should have, right? It's the same thing. It's like what they were saying was what the government wanted them to say. So they're kind of like the town crier, if anything. It's not like I already said this in a previous video. Like, if you say something that doesn't resonate with people, it doesn't catch on. Like, for instance, Dev was trying to gaslight me and Discordia that inflation isn't the problem and the economy isn't going to shit. While me and Discordia were having our grocery bill, and we're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, of course the economy is going to shit.
He said inflation is not a problem?
I forgot exactly how he framed it, but it was because during the time when David Pacman basically said that the economy is great and Joe Biden is actually doing Bidenomics properly. And me and Discordia were like, what the fuck is he smoking? Because we got American friends, and it wasn't just in America, it was all around the world, right? And we were basically saying, it's like, look, we have access to our grocery bills from last year. Like, we order online. We can literally check how much we paid last year and how much we're paying now. And Dev was like, well, it's a possibility that people just spend too much time on social media and they're listening to the propaganda. And I'm like, what the fuck are you smoking, dude?
Did Dev try and defend David Pacman?
He was defending.
Please tell me not directly.
No. He was strong-manning his point. Let's put it like that. He was still manning. I don't know if like it was David Pacman directly, but it was like this propaganda which was running around from the left that Joe Biden is actually doing really well for the economy, and I was like,
I actually think he's a psychopath.
Well, it's kind of like, you know, the weatherman saying that it's sunny, and I'm looking out the window, and it's fucking raining. And at that point, I don't care what the science is saying. Like, I don't give a shit. There is nothing in the universe. Yeah, there's literally nothing in the universe that can convince me that it's sunny outside when I'm looking out my window and I see that it's pouring, right? And so this is where we're at. It's like them saying, like, no, the economy is fine. It's like, no, it's not. Shut the fuck up. And this actually goes to show that, well, just by saying something doesn't necessarily mean that people will believe it. Like, when an account ran from Bangladesh talking about American politics and actually having subscribers, it means that it's saying things that Americans actually resonate with.
Yeah. Location be damned. Yeah.
Apparently.
By the way,
go on.
David Pacman has read out one of my tweets in a video, by the way. It's quite funny.
Did he?
Someone messaged me. Yeah, someone messaged me like, David Pacman got a hold of one of your tweets. Like, really? Which one? Because it's David Pacman. I can't like say what I want to say if it was gonna make it to air. So it was quite, I don't want to say lame, but sort of, you know, PG. Because I did call him a dog, and that I want all progressive media to die because it's a festering cancer.
It
is.
I ratioed an Irish MP today, and I'm afraid for my safety.
Oh, really? Which one?
Let me check.
Is it on your Twitter right now?
I just noticed that, and I ratioed them pretty fucking bad as well. Let me
see.
Okay, her name. Oh shit, it's a woman. Regina Doherty, MEP, proud ma'am, wife, daughter, MEP for Dublin, and I told her to go fuck herself. she has like 22 likes, and I got almost 200. She posted something like, I'm not just a politician. I'm a parent first and foremost. I am tired of watching the online world chip away at my children's well-being. Europe is finally taking action, and I'm glad our blueprint for online child safety passed this week. And I respond with like, with all due respect, how about you go fuck yourself? You may be saving my child from the evil internet, but who is saving my child from Brussels when he grows up? You are pushing for a Chinese-style internet with the removal of anonymity and having bureaucrats decide what speech should us peasants be allowed to use and what we shouldn't. Please stop pretending it's about kids. It's about your greedy ass clenching to your 10,000 euros a month and comfy seat in the parliament by ensuring other parties won't take your place. Simple as. And I got 200 likes, 11 retweets.
So, like the tweet and retweet. There we go. That's number 12.
I'm afraid for my safety
That's
now.
A good tweet, though.
But seriously, you know, like...
That's the Irish you'll be fun,
dude, like 3 years ago, not even that long, like 3 years ago, nobody was panicking about the dangers and the harms of the internet because everyone knew how to use parental controls. Like, parental controls nowadays are so fucking advanced that if you want your kid to play an MMO and only have like a list of friends that are approved by you, and he can't talk with anyone else, you can do that in most games. You can install.
Work.
Yeah, you can literally install spyware on your kid's computer, and you can have it on your phone, and you can see what he's chatting, who is he talking to, what's he browsing. Literally, like, my own mother didn't have this level of control on me. You can literally have your kid's smartphone into a GPS and tell you exactly where he is at. And so, like, the idea that, oh, well, now there's this huge danger, this huge epidemic on the internet, and the only way to save it, and there's no other way, is to have the government just put digital ID and force you to dox yourself, you know, show them your penis every single fucking time you want to log on social media. My fucking god. Anyway, right, sorry, got sidetracked. Got sidetracked, Spoons. Why aren't you bringing me back to the topic at hand?
Because the audience likes it when you ramble.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
I see. I just retweeted that shit, V.
Press 1 if you agree with that.
Don't step back in the UK, my friend. You're gonna get arrested at the airport. See, now I may actually be Callum. Like, Sargon, I'm sorry. I'm never visiting you again. I ratioed one of your politicians. If a government official
It's an island.
Do you think they don't have
It's an island, not England.
Yeah, do you think like they don't have influence in England?
I honestly don't think they give a shit.
Having
lived there for almost 2.5 decades, they couldn't give a flying toss what the hell the English do.
I see. But still, I told her to go fuck herself. If a government official tells them something, he'll immediately internalize it and uncritically believe it. In my head, I have this image of Dev of an island surrounded by charred remains of bridges. No, it's not like that. No. Listen. When the Democrats were in power, when he was like pro-Joe Biden camp, I made a prediction. And many people may not have heard it because like my streams don't have the numbers they used to. But the prediction was that the moment Trump wins, everything that the government says, Dev is going to be hyper skeptical of. Like all of a sudden, all that skepticism is going to flow right back in.
Yeah, it's not that he likes government. He just likes government when government agrees with him.
Yeah, see, this is my conclusion.
Yeah.
Like, he calls himself a centrist. And the thing is, like, I am a centrist.
He's supporting communism. No,
yeah, he's supporting communism. Like, here's the thing, right? There is this misconception that centrists don't believe in anything. Like, no, we actually do have very firm beliefs. And we are very willing to tell people to go fuck themselves like I just did. But, like, here's the example. Yeah. Being a centrist means that you have positions both on the left and on the right. So you can't really be a leftist because there are things that you support that the leftists hate. And you can't really be on the right because there are things you support that the right hates. And obviously, every single election, you have to make a choice. And there's a lot of centrists, right? And so, like, it's usually the parties trying to persuade them to vote either way. They're called swing voters, basically. And so, when you have an issue, like, I don't know, gay people, right? The radical right-wing position would be what happened in the past, like in the Soviet Union. Just fucking arrest all of them. Right, like if one of them does boot sex, you put him in a prison. The left position is that every single corporation should have mandatory gay quota hirings and LGBT flags. The centrist position is that both of these people are retarded. Just stop fucking talking about it. You know, I don't want to see them in corporations with LGBT flag and shit. I don't want to see them in prison either. Just leave them the fuck alone. Stop bringing it up. Stop talking about it. Right? Like, it is a position.
Well, no, I'm just to steal a man then for the shits and giggles. If they are all arrested, you can't see them.
No, because they constantly come up. Like they constantly appear. They constantly come up. No, but like here's my point, right? Like a centrist position means that you don't agree with the left and the right. I have not heard Dev have a single right-wing take. Like I have right-wing takes.
Like ever?
I mean, go on. What is
right-wing take from Dev? Just like capitalism, or?
Yeah, I mean, well, a modern right-wing take, you know, like pro-borders. I don't fucking know. What does MAGA have right now? So, lower taxes.
In, like the nation state.
Lower taxes. Pro criminal justice. Pro borders. anti-abortion, the banning of transitioning for children, the banning of transgenders from women's sports. Like, give me one of these things that Dev supports. One. Just one. Because I have several, you know, when it comes to, like, my right-wing takes. I have several left-wing takes as well.
Private property?
That's not a right-wing thing. Like, get the fuck out. Even in imperialism, you still have, like, a soldier that is allowed by the emperor to have, like, his own ground.
Yeah, but don't. Oh my God, tell.
And he's not for private property either. He's not for private property either. Like just earlier, he says that communism is less evil than MAGA. So
do you think he's just rage baiting on Twitter because that's the only way he can get engagement? Because he doesn't really have much else to say.
He's not the type to rage bait, though.
Is it not like? Do you not look at his shit and go, "My God, you're retarded"?
Yeah, but there is the possibility that he can genuinely be retarded. Like it's, you know,
but that's
a person rage baiting. like I sometimes rage bait, and I do it specifically because I know it enrages people, and I don't get emotionally attached to the bait. He actually
he's just stupid.
He gets attached. He gets attached to his own rage bait, man.
You should get him to take the 8 values test. Someone try and smuggle that idea into him. Do it as a video, and you can see what
Didn't he actually took the 8 values test?
Recently? I'm curious as to his justification. One of the first videos that I ever saw of you was you taking it.
I landed exactly in the fucking center. Like, exactly where that plus is with the axis intersecting, I was literally in the fucking center.
I remember you taking it. This was like the days of Skype, and Arch was messaging you, and you didn't want to sign off because you didn't remember what your password was, but he just kept doing it repeatedly. You just went like, "Oh my God, just fuck off," and you just signed off with Skype.
I don't remember that. Funny shit.
I remember that because I was laughing my ass off.
Mr. Personality, thank you for the $20. I remember when I would watch Dev to try and keep myself centered and not become more and more extreme. Went on a Lord Bertarian to America only an executed criminal for the severity of the crimes. Were people like watching Dev to find balance in the Force?
Oh God, I hope not. I really hate these framings, like extreme. Like, what defines extreme? Is it in terms of like political reality?
I'll tell you what extreme is. Yeah, no, hold on. I'll tell you what extreme is, right? So, like, let's talk about abortion, right? The moderate position is to either be for or against, right? Like in Europe, you have people that are okay with it. In America, it's people that are against it. And then you have like a Democrat that believes even during the woman having contractions, it's still okay if she wants it, right? So like until the baby just exits the vagina, you should be able to have an abortion. That is an extreme take.
Okay.
And the other extreme is even in the case of rape, you should not be able to have an abortion. Spoons. All right, chat. We lost Spoons. I will read some of the super chats. Who is letting their children use the internet unsupervised? Why not make that illegal first? Well, I think it's something that you can't really enforce. Like, how would you know if the parent supervises or not the kid on the internet? The thing is, and I'll tell you this: there's a lot.
Nazi.
There's a lot of pussy. There's a lot of pussy parents. Like I actually said this on Twitter, and I basically said like, why the fuck are you letting your kids use Roblox? Like 5 years ago, I'd understand, but like now you heard the news. Now you're in the know. Like you're not a boomer parent. Like you know to use the internet. You know what Roblox is. Why are you letting your kid use Roblox? Do you know what they said?
Go on.
All his friends are playing, so So you let the child dominate you? Like you're getting dominated by your fucking child as a parent? No wonder the crime rate is so fucking high. Or letting the kid walk all over you, and all of his friends are playing. So fucking what? So like, because all of his friends are having incapable parents, you have to be an incapable parent as well? What the fuck is with this shit? What if
Yeah,
he
as long
comes
as
to...
liberal parenting does this thing where they try to be friends with their kids instead of being the parent.
I think you can be friends with your kid and still be strong on certain rules. Like, I think what the kid hates the most is rules that don't make sense, like illogical rules, that, or at least the ones that you can't explain it to him and they view them as illogical, or inconsistent rules. So, like, if it's a rule that you set and you break it, the kid really hates that. That they have this thing, sense of fairness, right? You can be friends with your kid and still have rules. It's not. It's not about liberal parents. It's about being weak parents. Just don't let the
I
kid
think it's
walk.
more of a liberal mindset, though. Conservatives don't do this kind of shit.
Hmm. I
At
don't know.
least in my day, anyway. I don't know how you grew up.
I
I
know,
grew up
cause
with corporal punishment.
the thing is, like, I had when growing up, I had friends that had both types of parenting, and I don't think like there is a right or wrong way to parent. It's not like a checklist of do's and don'ts, and you have like the cheat code to life. And you notice this because like you can have a household with four brothers. Three of them are pieces of shit, and one of them ends up being a really good person. Vice versa as well. And it's like the same household, the same parents, and probably the same parenting style. So it's basically like depends on the child, as Sargon would say. But I think like both extremes are wrong. Like if you're extremely stern and you're like treating your kid as is a military asset, when he actually gets out of the house and he starts going through the teenage years and starts doing the shit that he would have done when he was a kid, he ends up as a degenerate. And there are many such cases that I know. And the opposite, if you're just being a friend and letting him do whatever and walk all over you, he also can become a delinquent. And so, like, finding a balance in between is the correct option.
I wouldn't know. I was an only child.
You are an only child?
Yes.
I was an only child as well. Were your parents stern? Did you get the corporal punishment?
Yes, but not very often because I learned don't be a cheeky little shit because then you'll get your ass kicked. So just don't be cheeky little shit.
No, I actually became the Machiavellian child. Like I was getting the corporal punishment as well. I was doing risk assessment. It's like if I run away from home now and I spend all night playing at the internet cafe, I'm going to get an ass whooping. But if I leave now, I get 10 hours and my friends are there. Is it worth it? And the answer was yes. And so, you get the ass whooping, you recite the litany of fear, and it makes you fucking stronger. And then it's, ways how to manipulate the parents. It's like, okay, so if I skip school, I get punishment. But, like, what if my parents don't know that I skipped school? How do I do that? Well, it's simple. You come home and you pretend that you're doing the homework. Because, like, if they see you not doing a homework, then they realize that you skipped school. So you pretend you're doing the homework. Now, how do you get so that the school doesn't call your parents? Well, it's simple, you get a pack of coffee and you take it to the family doctor and you go to the family doctor and you explain the situation. It's like, look, I skipped school, but I'm really sorry, and my mom, blah, blah, blah. And you give her the pack of coffee and then she gives you like the receipt that you were sick and you give it to the school, right? So like my point is, it matters on the child. If you have like a cheeky little shit like me that figures out every single loophole and starts accepting, you know what, I'm going to get punished, so fucking be it. I will take my pleasure and my enjoyment, and then I will stoically go through the punishment. What can you do with such a kid, Spoons? How do you raise such a child?
Well, I wouldn't know because I was the complete polar opposite to you. I was the well-behaved child who never did any wrong. And if I did, I have big brown eyes, so I can usually just, puppy dog eyes my way out of trouble.
No, I wouldn't do it. I was like if I was getting the corporal punishment, I would just have one request: give me the other shoe so I can bite on it.
Okay, no. I was more. I just didn't like getting an ass whooping. That's the main thing.
I didn't like it either. I don't like it either, but it was like.
I think it was more. If I see how children behave nowadays versus how I was raised, I thought I had a pretty relaxed parenting. Looking back at it, without comparing to today's parents, But if I look at it now, oh my good God, I was raised with incredibly draconian kind of parents. Because nowadays, I look at kids nowadays, like I would. Ah, crap! I can't say on YouTube what I want to say.
I had the motto become ungovernable.
uh, he was an anarchist since he was a 5-year-old.
Well, it usually was like things that I agreed. Like if the thing had common sense, like don't drink, don't smoke, that type of shit, I wouldn't do it. But if it had no common sense, like don't go to an internet cafe, it's like fuck it. I'm going to go to an internet cafe. Why not? Every other kid is doing it.
I was more like that when I got older.
Mm.
Just because I saw a bunch of people do really dumb shit. I'm like, why are adults really dumb? Basically, because I was raised like South African culture is very, even just how the language is framed is it's very in reverence to older people because you even address them. You address your elders Tani and which is uncle and aunt, but that's like our sort of colloquial phrase. And you don't ever say, "Can you hand me something?" Like if it was like to an older person. It would be like, Tani, can you give me that? It was more like, can aunt give me that? That's how we would address the elders. So we have that kind of mentality. And in Europe, you don't have that kind of language. So you don't have the same kind of respect for elders. And so.
Oh, we have it in Romania. Yeah, I know what
so
you're
growing
talking
up in that kind of that kind of very stringent conservative Christian culture of like the early 90s. Although there's definitely like a bit of the satanic panic stuff, but despite the fact that I was raised quite strict, for some reason that did not impact my gaming. I was still allowed to play Duke Nukem and Mortal Kombat at the age of like 5.
No, the problem with my folks, they really hated me going to the arcades.
Really?
Yeah. It was like the time period where you had like Ninja Turtles on the arcades and Mortal Kombat, and you had like a quarter and you put it in, and most of them were set up in bars, and like it was like a place of the arcades. It was like literally a bar where they serve alcohol, and they happened to have like one or two arcades, and like kids would go there. And there was also, there was also like a lot of gypsies. And in Romania, there was this ethnical friction. It's kind of interesting because like the gypsy parents didn't want them playing with us and vice versa. And so, it had like this bad reputation, I guess. And parents like talked with each other. It's like, oh my goodness, they're going into bars and blah, blah, blah. And so she didn't like the fact that I was going there, and after I stopped
so it's
going,
more the bar.
Yeah, like literally a bar, right? Like a pub, and it had like one or two arcades, maybe pinball or maybe some Ninja Turtles, like whatever. This was this was the era before computers, and so you'd go there, you'd put a coin, and you'd play. And my parents really hated that, and I find it irrational. Like, why are you hating that? I'm not going there to drink alcohol. I'm not going there to smoke. Yeah. I'm not doing any crime. I'm just, like, hanging around with the boys. Just fuck off.
Okay, yeah. I thought it was just because of the games itself. I was very confused about that. I'm like, why is that bad? Because in South Africa, there was a place called Tiger Valley. And there it was like, I think Tiger Valley had a massive, like, fuck-off arcade at one point. It's probably not still there now. But yeah, we would go there. Like kids from the neighborhood would go there. I mean, you'd have to drive there because you can't just walk to places in South Africa because it's still South Africa. But we would go there for trips all the time, fun times.
Yeah,
arcade was big back in the day.
Anyway, let me bust through some more super chats. Artemis Fowl. It came from the fact that he claimed Biden was better for the economy than Trump in his debate video. And I responded with the fact that Biden administration was faking the data. Dev said there was no proof. Oh my fuck. See, even like there was no proof, that's literally the leftist talking point.
There's no proof. Like you can't see the receipts of what you paid for something.
Yeah, literally, like yeah. And by the way, I'm reading the French Revolution. And a lot of people say, well, it's the middle class that caused the revolution. And I have to make a video explaining how it's like the lower class, the peasantry, like they don't know how to articulate shit, but they have the vibe. And they will say, well, this is not how a king acts. This is not how it's supposed to be done. They can't put it into words, but like they feel that things isn't right. And then you have the bourgeoisie, the middle class that makes the ideology and connects all of the revolutionary thing together. Yeah. And it's pretty much the same. It's like, with Dev, it's like, oh, there's no proof. It doesn't need to be proof. Like, people have the juju. They feel that things should be better, and they're not. Like, they lived through 2019. They lived through 2018. They lived through 2020. And then they go through 2021, and they see that the economy is not as good as it used to be. And they go into 2022, and they feel that it's not. And so you can have, like, all the propaganda, and it tells you, oh, my goodness, like, America is the land of plenty, and the stock market is booming. But people don't feel that. And
I remember the tweet that you spoke to it, and you were like, "The Dev, I have fucking receipts." Like,
literally,
I can see this worse off.
Literally, like you know, and I told this to Dev. It's like, look, you can bullshit about the employment rates because, okay, if the government says that there's high employment and I'm being unemployed and I can't find jobs anywhere, I can say, okay, well, maybe my situation is bad. Maybe I'm in a city where I can't find a job, or maybe I'm looking wrong or incorrectly. Fine. But when it's about the economy, and you literally go to a supermarket, and you know it's the same prices at all the supermarkets, you can't really bullshit to people that the economy is going fine. And then you look at the housing prices, you look at the electricity bill, you look at the gas prices, and it's like, okay, how the fuck is the economy good when I'm being paid the same amount?
More expensive.
Yeah, where I'm getting paid less, and my entire monetary fund comes from Americans giving super chats, right? And so there's still the same Americans there that were donating 3 years ago, but now they're not, which makes me assume they don't have any fucking money, Dev. That Bidenomics isn't fucking working. I'm not getting $100 super chats.
Zeno, he brings up a point. Like, Dev kept saying there was no proof Biden was demented. I still remember it was the Archcast stream with you, Sargon, and Arch. And
oh my god!
When he just said, "Yeah, that was your reaction, quite literally." Is when he just said, "Now it's actually on paper," and you're like, "Oh my god,
Oh my
Jesus Christ!" And you just were like, "You just need the fucking bureaucracy," and you just snapped at him. Like, this is like watching V, just like this is peak. V's limit has been reached, and he's just like, "Fuck this damn."
Yeah, we were playing.
So damn good.
We were playing Dungeons and Dragons, right? And like we're playing D&D, and this is like 2020, I think. No, it's actually later than that. But anyway, everyone knew that Biden has dementia. Like, it was so fucking obvious.
It was so obvious.
It was so obvious. And apparently, like, one doctor comes out and he says, "Yeah, Biden has dementia." And then Dev acts like he just discovered America. It's like he's Christopher Columbus. He sees the land, and it's like, oh, it's there. Oh. And I'm like, Dev, what the fuck? Like, do you actually need confirmation for what your eyes can plainly see? You know? Like, if you go to the toilet and you see a shit in the toilet, it's obvious the other person that's in the house when you took it. Like, you don't actually have a doctor to come over and make a study to come up with the confirmation that, oh yeah, well, this other guy, your roommate, took a shit. It's like, you have eyes. It's like, God. Ace 1918, Dev also recently argued that anti-woke just hate games. Oh yeah, that's another video I need to make. Shit. If Dev admits January 6th was a low-key riot, it will shatter his entire outlook.
Yeah, that's true.
I doxed my cell phone X with my latitude and longitude. Recently watched your video on the UK. If you think about it, welfare is like crack. It makes society feel good, but in the long term it destroys it. I still believe that, yes.
That's a good analogy, actually.
Thank you. Someone needs to tell Dev I voted for Trump 3 times because of you, V. You influenced me to become MAGA. Way more MAGA than Blair White. Don't forget, bro, I allowed a photo of my ballot. That is true. This is a transgender individual that voted for Trump 3 times, and he is a subscriber of my channel. Holy shit, $100. Jesus. I got a red super chat. Twitter DM. Would you like your medical opinion? Oh, fuck. Okay, let's check it out.
Maybe don't do it on air. It might be kind of rough.
Well, it depends what he asks.
Yeah.
But I don't see where, is it Mr. Personality? Hold on. Yeah, okay, so he gave me an article, partial birth abortion, what the fuck? Okay, well, it's not that much to read, so I guess we can't get into it. So, partial birth abortion, term Congress has been used to describe a procedure that crosses the line from abortion to infanticide. The doctor delivers a substantial portion of the living child outside of his mother body, the entire head in head first delivery or the trunk past the navel, then kills the child. Okay, I'm not going to read any further. This is murder. Like there is absolutely there is no way you can make the argument that this is even an abortion. Like, see, this is the thing with the excesses. In Europe, we have laws, and it's usually you can get an abortion up to 6 weeks.
I think it's the American conception of abortion compared to Europeans, even like the most liberal place in Europe as far as abortion. Jesus, America looks completely insane compared to Europe. Like,
yeah, I mean, no, it's
evil.
Yeah, like, there is no excess. Like, an excess is to outright ban it, what the communists did, and it ended up with the person signing the order being placed on a wall and shot. The other excess is what this shit is that I just read, like partial whatever the fuck abortion, where, like, good God.
No, it's
like,
just kill.
Yeah. So, like, what's wrong with 6 weeks? Like, if you're a woman, you know you had sex. It's the same way that people during COVID were required to test themselves every 24 hours. So too can a woman who knows she's having sexual intercourse just buy a pregnancy test every 2 weeks or so and pee on it. And so, like, what's wrong with that? By the way, do you think, like, Dev would have supported the partial abortion thingy?
Absolutely. Just because I think he's a contrarian shit stirrer, and I don't know. Does he? Okay, I'm genuinely curious. Does he get off on being like humiliated?
No, he gets upset.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
he gets upset.
He gets upset. Do you
maybe ask the chat, because I feel like they would think he probably does get off on being humiliated.
I played Dungeons and Dragons with the man.
Sorry that you did that, V.
I am sorry as well. I'll never again. But look, the whole thing with this is he would probably support it only if Destiny supports it. Like he first has to.
He has a humiliation fetish.
Happy Thanksgiving, Romanian from the Texan. Is it Thanksgiving today?
It is, yes, for the Yanks.
If Dev keeps spiraling like he is now, is he going to have his mind unraveled by being finally to admit to himself he was wrong? Or will he announce that he's actually a woman? Which one is more likely? Neither. I don't think, like, Dev will transition now. Plus, transitioning is a little bit out of vogue. Like, that ship kind of sailed, true. Yeah. But to admit he is wrong.
I don't think Dev has the capability to do that.
I'm wondering if he ever did.
No, not that
I can't. No. Is there like a Dev story in here? Like someone that knows the Dev lore?
There might be. Isn't Ace still here?
There must be like there must be one instance where he says like, okay, well,
let's ask on Twitter. Let's just see. Let's ask.
There's a. I mean, I know Sargon admitted he was wrong. I admitted I was wrong on several occasions. I can't think of any.
I asked, I guess, Short Fat Talker ever admitted he's wrong about something ever.
He gets upset. I heard from reliable sources from certain private Discord groups. I learned so against my will. Well, I mean, I can prove that he doesn't have a humiliation fetish because he banned people on his Discord if he said that he is arguing in bad faith. And so, if you actually have a humiliation fetish, like, those are the people that you'd promote to admins, right? Like, those are the ones that humiliate.
No, that's behind the scenes. He needs to do it in public on Twitter. That's the reason I go with that.
Hold on a little bit. Like, Discord is still public, right? Like, the one time I can think of when Dev admitting he was wrong was with regards with the pro-Jared controversy. See, he is capable of admitting wrong. The thing is, like, I remember the Pickamy situation. And he got gangbanged so bad by everyone on the internet because he said that Pikami is weak. And I don't know if you know who Pikami is.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Right, so like Pikami is this VTuber which is half Japanese, and she was bullied as hell in Japan for being half white. And she starts streaming, and her streams are wholesome. Like, she doesn't do anything lewd or anything like that. She has like this really nice voice, and she's really happy that she finally found the community that likes her for who she is and whatnot. And then transgender activists start harassing her, doxing her and her mom, and sending her death threats because she wants to play the Hogwarts game, right? And she's basically saying, okay, I'm quitting, blah, blah, blah. And Dev is like, Pikami is so weak. And like, everyone under the sun dogpiles him. And the thing is, like, it blows away, as most things do on the internet, right? And 4 months earlier, he brings it up again. It's like, what the fuck is he doing?
So someone asked me to ask you this. Whenever someone Dev has the guts to respond to mocks him, notice that he has to respond. He has to prove himself right, and he has to have the final word. And he's asking, have you noticed that Dev does that?
He does.
But I have noticed he does respond a lot to anyone who disagrees with him.
To be honest.
Except me, because I just call him Game Awards.
To be fair, I do it too, so I also need to stop responding to people. Did the Republicans...
Yeah, but at least when you do it, it's funny.
Is it though? Like sometimes I'm actually getting upset on Twitter. I need to stop getting upset.
That's I just assume it's
my suffering is your enjoyment. I see. My two favorite...
You're a content creator. Like, have you not said it's like what did you say to just some guy? Like, I'm an entertainer. Like you chase the cocky of life.
Yeah, sure, but it's like, dude, I know, but sometimes I forget. Sometimes I take it personal, especially with the internet censorship. Twitter. Yeah, I know. It's like the algorithm is keep stuffing Christians down my throat. Like, look, the one thing that really pisses me off, and the one reason I started my channel is because I'm fighting censorship, right? And now, when the European Union is pushing for digital ID, is forcing people to dox themselves and remove internet anonymity, and I see all these right-wingers that have been persecuted the last decade or so going, you know what, that's actually a good idea. Like, let's allow the European Union, one of the most leftist governments on the fucking planet, let's allow them to break the internet. Let's allow them to remove anonymity. Why the fuck not? You know, because, like, Jesus is king. And I'm like...
Who are these right-wingers you speak of? I don't know.
I don't fucking know. I don't know where they're coming from. I swear to fucking God. Either they're astroturfing, and they must be, or maybe
I think they're not real. I think they live in your head.
Dude, they're on my fucking timeline.
Yeah, but they're not real. It's your timeline. The internet is not real, V.
So you're not real?
Assume everyone well, no, because we're talking through the internet, but I'm obviously not.
So most people aren't real until I start chatting with them.
Well, yeah, isn't that how it works?
No.
Yes, actually it is, V. No, how do you know someone is real on the internet? The best way to check them is to literally just call them. That's what I've done.
No, everyone is real on the internet. Name someone that's not real.
You were asking me like a bot.
Look, even
how would I know?
Look, even ChatGPT.
Does Twitter have a massive bot problem? Yes or no?
But even the bots on Twitter, right? There's still a person behind them.
Yeah, but they're not real, V.
They are real.
That's the point.
Listen. ChatGPT.
Oh my God.
ChatGPT is actually ChatGPT is actually run by a bunch of Indians in India. It is known. Like, when you talk to ChatGPT and you press enter, there's Indians on the other side that respond to you. You're laughing. No, it's true. Do you know, like, people actually believe that?
No, I know what you're saying, but that's like saying the AI is real because someone programmed it.
No. I'm not saying they programmed it. I'm saying the response...
But that's the same thing you're doing with the bot.
No. Listen, the response you get from the AI is an Indian person in India at a call center writing that response to you. You think it's a bot, but it's not. It's an actual person typing. Seriously, like when character AI came out, I remember like it was new technology. Everyone was baffled by it, And people on Reddit were actually thinking that no, like these are Indians in a call center. Like no way did anyone make something.
AI stands for actual Indians.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, like this is where it gets wild. There actually was a startup that was selling a new AI, and it was actually Indians at a call center doing the code. So it was like an AI that does coding, and it was like the best ever. And what they did is like they actually got investors to put money into it. And the reason that the investors eventually sued is because there was no scalability to this.
So they like a local level.
But no, like they had a building, a call center in India, and you would have like a subscription to this thing, and you'd basically ask it to code for you, and then the Indians would like look at it. They would actually do the code. They would put it over there, and you thought that you're talking with the AI, but in reality, no, like someone was actually coding on the other side. But the investors, they thought it's good. Because, like, it actually put good code, right? So, like, they were investing, like, especially scalability. Like, they wanted the new open AI and stuff. And then when they realized that it's actually a call center filled with Indians, it's like, hold on a little bit. We can't scale this. What the fuck? And they sued. My two favorite YouTubers, Dapping on Dev. Happy Thanksgiving. Well, happy Thanksgiving to you. Did the Republican satanic panic shape Dev? The thing with the satanic panic was a massive loss of legitimacy. People like to listen to others because they think other people are smart. But when the smart people are doing incredibly dumb shit, and not only that, but they're trying to change society based on things that they can't back up, you end up with a generation that hates them. This is what happened with the woke. Like, they couldn't define what a woman is. And they come up, we got academia, and we got studies. Do you have research? Studies. What is a woman? Oh, they don't fucking know, right? And so you get resentment. And it's the same thing. It's like, we got morality, George Bush, morality, Patriot Act, blah. What's your take on evolution? How old is the Earth? Oh, you don't think dinosaurs are real? Tides go in, tides go out. You can't explain that. Oh, fucking hell, right? And so it's kind of the same with patenting. Like, if the patents are irrational, and they're making like claims they can't back up to the satisfaction of the person they try to enforce the rules on, well, you end up with rebels.
Yeah, I agree.
People keep saying it's
mainly pushed for the Democrats, though.
People keep saying it's like the satanic panic is only in my head. It's like, my God, am I too old? Yeah, like we literally lived through it.
Kids.
It wasn't like today where you have social media, but they did have like this thing called concerned citizen letters, and they would try to get people fired or commercials taken down. But more importantly, it wasn't because you saw it on the internet. It was like everyone had an uncle or an aunt or someone that came at the Thanksgiving dinner, and they acted like a normal person until they started farting with Bible quotes, and they were like incredibly obnoxious, like out of this world level of obnoxious. And I was actually sent to a what was it called? Evangelical school. And they did their best to try and convert us Orthodox. Like, they really, really tried to crack the faith. And, like, a lot of parents got upset. They started calling the school a cult and shit. But I think, like, that's when I became an atheist.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, like, that's when I became an atheist. Like, those. But my mind was like, if God is good and just, why are the people following him such utter cunts? Like, how is it possible? Like, the more they read the Bible, the more they believe, the more of an asshole they turn out to be. And, yeah, like...
You don't hate Christianity, you hate Christians.
Well, I now I don't even hate Christians. It's more like,
You literally made a tweet examining them.
Yeah,
why you hate them. So, yes, you do.
No, I said, like, why atheists have beef, and I went through the denominations, and I concluded that Catholics and Orthodox are some of the denominations that atheists hate less, and these two actually produce less atheists. And then as you go down and you reach to like levels of people that believe they are, they're part of the Great Commission, and the way that they want to persuade people to save their souls is to nag you into oblivion. It's kind of like you're getting to the opposite side would be a militant atheist, right? So, like, if you have an atheist, it's just like, minds his own fucking business and doesn't try to push atheism on you or your kids, like, that's fine, right? But if you have a militant atheist that you see him talking to your kids and starting to ask your kids questions about the law, that I don't think, like, most people would appreciate that. So it's like,
it's very feminine.
The Westboro Baptists are actually not really that bad now that I think about it, because the cult was kind of on the inside, right? So, like, it was, if you joined the cult, then they're obnoxious. But the thing is, like, they were cringe, I think is the word. Like, they were insanely cringe. The type of people that the type of Christians that I dislike, are the ones that try to use the government to be God. Like, they realize that thoughts and prayers aren't enough, and so they need CCTV footage and AI algorithms in order to force Christianity on people. Yeah. Like, the Westboro Baptist Church would have never... It's the same reason why I dislike Islam, by the way, right? Because, like, they do the same shit. Like, they go in the country and they try to push Sharia. And so, like, they try to force their religion onto others. And that's when I draw a line. And this is why, when Romania decided during COVID to lock down the churches during Easter, I actually went with a couple of atheists from my town and a couple of Christians, and we went to Easter. And it's like, okay, what are they going to do? Are they going to arrest us? Like, please do. I want to be on television. But no, like, and I even said to the other Christians, because they were bewildered, it's like, why am I there? And I was like, look, I as an atheist, I never argued for the churches to be closed. Like, I just
see why they would find that bewildering.
I don't understand why, though.
Because you oppose them at every other turn, Lee.
Yeah, sure, but, like, I don't want the churches to be closed. I'm not a fucking communist.
Yeah, you just want them to have no influence on society in any way whatsoever.
No, that's not it. I want them to have their communities and have their shit in their communities, and I have my shit in my communities. Like, why do we need to interact?
Because that's how human societies have always worked, V. They don't live in isolation ever.
But have you heard about subcultures? But we're not in isolation. Like, we're doing trade, we're doing businesses, you know, we're talking to each other. But when we meet, we don't talk about religion, sports, and politics. And we can sit at the dinner table without having these emotional charged conversations.
Have you met humans, V? This is not what they ever do.
Do you know
that?
Like
an idealized fantasy.
No, literally in Romania, it's actually extremely impolite to go to someone else's dinner and talk about these three topics, unless you know them very well.
Well, yes, but but here's the thing, V. That's just your community. The rest of the world is not like that.
But sure, but like then you want.
I would say that this is like the weakest point of you as a content creator is you have a tendency of ascribing how the rest of the world should be based on what you've experienced.
Listen, boss.
Which is fine.
Listen. But listen. This will blow your mind. Okay, I'm pro segregation.
Okay.
I'm pro segregation.
Yeah, so am I. It's called a nation state.
It's like, yeah, it is a nation state, but there are subcultures in a nation state.
Yes.
And if a nation state has, like, this is what America dealt with. Like, in Europe, you had the religious wars. You had the Protestants, the Catholics, and all of that shit. And then you have them all under an umbrella, and they decided, all right, well, let's have secularism. And everyone can worship what they want in private, but in public, so that people don't kill each other like they did in Europe, they don't talk about religion.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's not the way we live in now.
I mean, you don't
now
live in that.
Everyone's an opinionated asshole.
Yeah, on the internet, sure. But, like, the internet wasn't like this in 2014, and I think we can bring it back. Let me put it this way, right? Let me put it this way, right? I'm on my fucking timeline, you know, enjoying my succubus porn. You know, they have, like, those big fat titties, and I'm enjoying my heterosexual moment. Finally free from the shackles of the LGBT and the woke. And then I see a Christian, don't you know it's fucking sinful? And I look at him with disdain and disgust, and it's like, why is he here? Who invited him? Why is he on my fucking timeline? You know, I don't go into his timeline. I don't go over there to bring my succubus porn to him. Why is he bringing his own takes over to me? What have I done? What do I deserve to have him here? And then I have to block him. And then I feel bad because I'm usually not a person that likes to block.
Considering the amount of times that you've lambasted me with your fucking winged demon ladies, I feel like that is karmic justice, so I don't really care.
You passed the test. Chat, if you don't know, like, all of a sudden, you know, I'm sitting there minding my own business, and I have the spoon contacting me and talking to me, and I'm throwing him like hentai. I'm just like, you know, just like, here, take it, like hoping that he will go away.
It's excessive.
I was hoping you would go away, but you endured. Because you endured to become my online friend. Right? Like, you have what it takes to be in my presence. You don't get offended. Notice how I'm not sending you succubus porn. Do you think I ran out? I didn't run out. I still have a lot. But I'm not sending it to you because there's no more point now. Like, you managed to pass the test. You're like Hercules doing the 12 trials.
So that was a shit test of you just lambasting me with shit?
Well, that, and it's like I was getting my artist commissioning, and I was like curious to see how it's like.
That, and
like,
you thought it was funny.
Do you know, like, I don't even look at hentai the same way I do anymore. I can't. Like, I'm not even aroused by it. Like,
It's a business thing?
Yeah, if you show me a hentai picture, I'm like, the shading is wrong. The left tit isn't as big as the right one. I don't like this and that. And so, like, the composition, blah, blah. And I need to show it to another person that's straight, which is kind of difficult because, like, everyone seems to be asexual nowadays. And I saw it, and it's like, what do you think about this?
Also, someone in the chat is saying, I said, oh, please, no, not more succubi. Spoon, definitely. Yeah, that actually was me, and V will confirm that.
It was you, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not like a secret weeb that's craving degeneracy. Like, I went for a period of, like, every single day posting, like, an anime chick in, like, a cool location wearing, like, a kimono. Just because, like, I saw so much degeneracy that it, like, pissed me off. They were like, I must, like, put them in front of, like, a cool car or, like, a mountain range on a campfire smoking a pipe.
You have very bizarre takes because you like Jack from Mass Effect. And I gotta say, I
also like Morgan.
Okay, but you still like Jack. And I gotta say...
she's the only one with a character arc, V.
As a man, as a heterosexual creature, you're supposed to be a visual individual, right? Like you're supposed to be the hunter. Say you need to see the thing first before caring about the character.
No, like I am not a slave to my fleshy desires, so to speak.
No, listen,
like if I'm playing a game, I'm not interested in that kind of shit. Like if I'm playing a game, my sort of reaction is, what is my character's MO? My character's MO is to save the human race, and she can fuck shit up.
Chat, I want you to Google Mass Effect 2. Jack character, right? This is what Spoon's like. And so he passes the Talizora Vast Normandy. He passes the what the fuck was the name of Asari?
You can't even see Tally's face.
That's the beauty of it. It's the mystery. You can see her. And by the way, why do you need to see her face?
You just gave me shit for like a visual, and now you're telling me it's the mystery. So which one is it?
The birthing hips, the thunderous thighs, and those massive milkers should be enough.
No.
Yes.
The nicest thing about Tally is her accent.
That too, but like, look, if you have a woman with a butter face, you can get her to read the newspaper. You can turn off the light, as long as you can grope something.
Oh no, not Liara. The Samara. No, that's the chick from The Ring. What was the name of the Asari?
Liara Tsoni. Liara Tsoni.
No. She was in the first one.
She was in the third as well.
Yeah. No, but the one that's in the second. The one that you recruit with the...
the one that kills you?
With Moran.
The one that... Yeah, Moran. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, she's the daughter. What the hell is the name of the mother?
Let me read the super chat. The American psyche has an undeniable sensoria streak. They just can't help themselves. Even wokes had their own version of satanic panic, with D&D causing racism. See where that one leads to. Do you know, like, there was another moral panic the Americans had about reading too many books?
What?
Yeah, no,
when?
Seriously.
The 1850s?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, jeez, okay.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, they had something similar with the TV, like watching too much TV is like the idiot box and shit, which, I mean, fair. But they also had one with books, like too much reading.
I'm trying to think of like any like compelling female characters in the game.
Oh my goodness, like everything that the West did before going woke. So you have like Morrigan from Dragon Age. Even Liliana from Dragon Age was pretty good. Bastille from Star
Yeah.
Wars: The Old Republic. Oh goodness, Baldur's Gate, right? Viconia the Veer. I didn't like the druid lady though, but like Aerith, the elf one, that's really innocent and cute. Um, there is a Russian game. I still
I
think
typically like females for function.
there is this Russian game that is really underrated, but in my opinion is better than Baldur's Gate 3. It's called Pathfinder: Wrath of the Righteous. And almost every single female character there is really strong, as compelling. And there's this succubus, Eruya Shal, very interesting. There's another one, Ember. She's not like a romantic interest character, but she's like incredibly kind-hearted. And in the last years, where almost every single character,
after all.
Wait, no, I mean, I think about it. Like, almost every single character that the West made that's feminine is like stoic bitch mode. And then you play a game, and it's like it's a really nice character. And her backstory is that people saw her as a witch, and they burned her at the stake. So like she's half burned, but she's like the kindest and nicest person, and she has hopes in everyone. Even manages to convince a demon to try and seek redemption if you play some side quests and shit. And so yeah, like that game has really strong female characters.
What was the name of the little? I was gonna say little girl. The shorter chick in BioShock Infinite. She was a good character as well.
The one that she's actually a really big bitch in the DLC. Like she kills
yes.
she kills a little girl just to get her revenge.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
I actually played the DLC. The DLC was actually pretty good. That's actually where my background is from.
Elizabeth was her name, I think.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. She was actually one of the best NPCs made at the time. Like the entire game used a lot of resources in order to code her as an NPC that's not nagging and it doesn't basically prevent you from having a good experience. Because like up until that game, NPCs were annoying side quests where you had to make sure they don't die. Yeah, and they don't get stuck in anything. So.
Yeah, and she was like the competent one to throw you bullets and kind of shit.
People don't like BioShock Infinite. Listen, if you want to enjoy BioShock Infinite, there is the Konami code, which basically makes the game that every time you die, it puts you back into the menu screen and it deletes all your saves. And if you play it like that, it becomes a really cool horror game. Because you know if you run out of health, you're dead. And you lose all your saves. It gives you a completely different experience.
That would drive me completely insane. Like I would get so unbelievably angry. I'd have blood squirting out my ears.
Yeah, sure, but like imagine when you're like at 5 HP and you're in a battle. Like imagine how much you're sweating. And imagine if you actually managed to win that battle.
Oh yeah, the feeling would be absolutely immense.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to think of like any compelling female characters. But probably your character's mother in Assassin's Creed 3.
I don't remember games that old, man. It's like Assassin's Creed was never, in my opinion, cool for the story. Hold on, I missed some super chats apparently.
I would say Assassin's Creed 2 was really good for that. I mean, Ezio Auditore was actually an interesting character.
I started hating him because like I wanted the game to just move on from Italy, and it's like, oh, Ezio Auditore, Ezio Auditore, Ezio Auditore. Like, can we not have something else?
Yeah, that's where 3 came in.
It was still with Ezio Auditore.
Yeah.
Did I miss a super chat from Xenothium? I don't think I did. V still sends me porn, says Artemis. I don't, liar. Why does Dev believe that Trump will lead America into isolationism, and where does it come from? I generally don't know, because like he's very involved in the Middle East, right? And when he gets involved in the Middle East, people really hate that he is involved in the Middle East.
That is like the main criticism of Trump right now. What the hell is death smoking?
And it's not like he stopped aid to Ukraine.
No.
Like, I
If he
mean,
has, he's done a very poor job.
yeah, like basically what happened is like he ran for president, and he said that if he wins, he's going to bring peace to Ukraine. Now, obviously, people don't expect he's God, but he did try, right? Like he actually did win, and then he called Zelensky and he called Putin, and he had like all this thing, and it didn't work out. And then last time he said, it's like, oh well, they have to fight a little bit. And now they're trying to negotiate again. Now, the thing that Dev doesn't understand, and I see like a lot of journalists either don't understand or don't pretend to understand, is that the reality on the ground actually matters. Like, how many soldiers does Ukraine have left? How many bullets? How much ammo? How many drones, right? How many soldiers does Russia have left? How much ammo? How many drones? Like that's why they're fighting, right? Like the actual logistics are important, the number of casualties, the number of shit. And so, like when you're saying, "Oh well, Ukraine needs to give up territory," blah blah blah, is it a fair thing to say? Like I don't know. I would need to look at the battle reports, because the question should be like, if they keep going like this for 5 years, can they win? Yes or no? For some reason, it's almost like we're back in medieval time, and it's like, well, God is with them because they're in the right, so like they're morally in the right, they're defending themselves, and surely they will win. I don't know, like maybe they will, perhaps it's possible, but like let's look at the battle reports. How many people they killed? How many people they lost? How many weapons they're getting, and how many weapons they're using? It's math, right? And I assume that America has access to this information. And I assume the European Union has access to this information as well. I assume, like, the public isn't being told. And so, like, if America and the European Union is now trying to make a peace, I suspect that things may not look good. At least they wouldn't look as good as they did last year.
Yeah, I will say the amount of gaslighting on the war front has been just completely insane.
I mean, it's normal, right? Like every single war in human history. Yeah. Every single war in human history is fought with weapons and propaganda. Like, there's no exception. One side tries to moralize its soldiers and demoralize the enemy, and the other side does the same. So, like, I'm not surprised. It's called the fog of war for a reason. But to just blatantly believe the thing on television and the slogans and the propaganda, if you're a content creator, like, I expect a little bit more.
I don't know. To me, okay, I could be wrong. I always thought the fog of war applied more to the people in the battle, not really the people who were supposed to be supporting the war.
No, it's regarding what is happening on the ground. Like, you really can't... It's very difficult to tell. It's very difficult to know what's going on in a conflict when the conflict is active.
Yeah, agreed.
Nemanja, why does I read this one? SRC Maker, we became military Romanians, so you can spread your Romanian takes on culture, subcultures, living together, and force it down people's throats. Every time you see Dev on social media, tell him he must be opposed.
That's not a bad idea, actually. I do that just by swearing at him a lot.
SRC Maker knows the Konami code. Yeah, no, it's You said before we started that the reason he's like this is because his channel is dead, and I'm like, well, is it really?
Well, compared to what it used to be, his views are drastically down.
Yeah, but isn't this the same? Isn't this the same to many channels because of the algorithm changing and the way YouTube counts viewers? Let me check. So, Short Fat Otaku.
His views, like the views he gets now, are comparable to mine.
Oh, but like, you're not that small of a channel, though.
My size, and he's been around
yeah,
for
but
longer.
Subscribers don't really matter anymore. Like, the algorithm doesn't really care. I have so many subscribers that constantly message me and it's like, oh, you uploaded the video. Like SRC Maker, is a very loyal fan, is now asking me whenever you stream, DM me on Discord because I don't get your streams. And he's right. He doesn't get my streams. Like, what the fuck am I going to do? Like, I can have 150,000 subscribers. If they're not notified when I'm uploading a video, it is what it is.
Yeah.
What the fuck is his channel name? Because I can't find it.
What, Dev's one?
Yeah.
Is this not Short Fat Otaku?
I'm trying to use it on Social Blade and it's just not popping up.
Oh, okay.
Did he get
Oh,
banned?
As far as I'm aware.
All right, short.
He's got 146,000 subscribers, so he's got almost.
It's got the same as me.
Like,
oh,
yeah,
it's Dev Short Fat Otaku. Okay, hold on.
Oh.
I found it.
I've got 59,000.
Oof.
What?
He deleted a lot of videos. He deleted videos starting August. I think this is why his channel could actually be suffering. Like if you delete videos. Holy shit. Okay, hold on. I'll send you a link so that you can holy shit with me in tandem. Where is Bones? Ah, here we go. Okay. So, if you look at gained views, like, he's losing subscribers, he's gaining subscribers. To be fair, like, this can usually happen if, you're close to the mark. So, like, the way Social Blade counts subscribers is by thousands. So, if you're like 999 subscribers, you gain one, it's 1,000, it bumps up. You lose one, it bumps down. But like he was losing constantly for a couple of months, right? So like at the beginning of the year, he lost 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. He then has a good take and he gains 1,000. Another good take, gains another, and then like resumes losing. And if you look at the views, he lost like, okay, this is huge. 3 million views minus 5 million views. So holy shit, 7 million views. So he deleted 7 million views of videos. I think like he basically must have, yeah, he must have deleted at least 1 or 2 years worth of footage.
What? Why?
I don't know. And he did this on August. I think, oh no, maybe he privated them. Because like on September the 15th, he gains 6.6 million. So I don't think that he uploaded something that's so hot that it got like 6.6 millions in 1 month. I think like maybe he privated these videos for some reason, and then he unprivated them. But then he keeps losing views, right? So like he's still deleting. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Yeah, like you can see here, there are days where he's just flat out deleting videos. He's got like Wednesday, minus 61,000 views. So like he deleted 2 or 3. Minus 78,000, minus 78,000. And he keeps losing subscribers. He's losing around 1,000, right? So monthly gain for Dev. Yeah, he's deleting videos. I don't know why. Maybe he looks back at some of his takes and he's considering they weren't communist enough. And so now he's fixing that. I don't fucking know.
He's going full-blown commie.
Yeah.
Oh, put in the woke away. He's got AA and Kirsche on the cover.
He's got what?
I'm looking at one of his videos, like put in the woke away, and it says, "Who's more wrong?" Well, Dev, your political takes are shit right now, so I wouldn't exactly be.
No, but hold on. He's got Kirsche on the cover. What? I'm trying to find that video.
Yeah, just go to the latest one.
Oh, I found putting the woke away. Yeah, who's more wrong? So he's got the Kirsche and ANCAP agent. Yeah. Well, ANCAP agent is a nutcase. Like, I'm sorry, but like when he tried defending the Ofcom bill, he completely lost me.
No, I know what he's trying to do.
I don't fucking care what he's trying to do. I care how it's coming out. Like, look, for someone that go on.
He's coming from a philosophical perspective.
See, I wanna. I want to say what Tucker Carlson said right now, but like a YouTube moderator might actually think he's a homosexual, and I'm using this as a gay slur against him, which, you know.
Oh, did you see the video recently of Piers Morgan?
Yes.
Oh God, that was. Someone said this. How was Piers Morgan up and punched in the face? Because like he was absolutely insufferable in that interview.
Both of them were so fucking boomerish cringe. Like, I'm telling you, if you show it to a Zoomer, that interview, they will cringe as fuck. And wonder like, oh, so this is
but the Zoomers themselves are quite cringe.
It's a different type of cringe, though. And they have a right to be cringe. They're teenagers. Yeah, but they're teenagers.
Okay, yeah, true.
Like, adults don't have a right to be
always
cringe.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would like Parsley to come back.
No, the thing was like, look,
it is a real worldview. AA's view is he just wants the state to be in some way competent and sort of flex power. The same way that you would also just go, no, you're gonna screw with me, I'm gonna screw with you, and you'll vote for someone that might damage.
Look,
you.
I'm not against. Look. I understand.
Well, you're asking like how he is.
Stop doing a Piers Morgan and interrupting me. Let me be Tucker Carlson. Listen.
Tucker does that.
He did interrupt Piers Morgan. I think like this is why it was cringe. Like they were both interrupting each other. But what I'm trying to say is that I can understand the communist for wanting communism. I can understand a fascist for wanting fascism. And as long as like they can at least accomplish their goal, I actually respect them for that. For their capability, if you will, not for their ideology. But when I see a person that has been harassed for decades by the left and has been oppressed, lives in fucking the UK, right? And he is now through one of the most leftist government political systems that ever existed in his country. And he wants that system to actually ask him to dox himself whenever he uses the internet. Just baffles my fucking brain. And then he's like, oh, well, if you're in the UK and you're watching 4chan, it's not like America comes into your bedroom. Like, of course 4chan has to abide by British law. And I'm thinking, okay, you moron. So, like, if I'm in France and I get to listen to the BBC on the radio, does that mean that the French government should start legislating your country? Because, like, that's the problem, you know? Like, I get what you're saying. It's like, oh, he wants the sovereign. Yeah, but, like, it's a fucking island. Like, what if everyone wants to be the sovereign? And what if America brings its big fat cock into his little island, which is what J.D. Vance keeps doing, and every single time Keir Starmer is going like, bow, bow, bow. Okay, well, this is the world you want, right? I mean, you're the one with the sovereign. Well, someone has to be a bigger sovereign than you. And yeah, it is what it is. I just can't philosophically agree with him.
I know, I like him. He's one of the... I like that he analyzes not all to be's. He just analyzes the cards in front of him, which is very, very rare in content creators. So I sort of just respect that for him.
I like the fact that he every year, and it's usually on July. I don't know why, but every single July, every year, he gets into the anime jihad, and he gets swarmed by the anime Nazis. Did you notice that?
Yeah, but then again, so do I.
You get in trouble with the anime Nazis?
Oh yeah, I tend to get it because I'm not a fan of anime, and put it this way, I probably would like anime, but I find the people who watch anime utterly insufferable.
No, those aren't the anime Nazis. No. Look.
The anime Nazis would be.
They're actual Nazis, like not as a pejorative.
There's like 5 of them.
No, there's a lot of them. They usually hang around on Mastodon. Less on Twitter right now. I think like most of them get banned. They're actual National Socialists. Like they genuinely like the ideology. They believe the ideology is good, and they use anime aesthetics. Usually little girls. Have you seen them in the wild? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have seen some of them. Yes.
Okay. Academic Agent constantly kicks the horn hive of the anime Nazis every July. It's like a tradition to him. I don't fucking know, because every time I check his timeline, and I see like the anime lollies posting pictures with Hitler and anime girls, and he's like, pedophiles, you're all pedophiles! And he starts going like into this spurg out on the fucking internet, and he can't win because he's just one guy, and the anime Nazis are just so many. and they have all burner accounts and shit. And he's like, why would a grown man ever use the anime avatar? It's like, I don't know, man, to fuck with you maybe. Because you're telling them this is what you don't like. And it's every single July, no exception. Like, it happened in 2025, it happened in 2024, and it's been going on. I think, like, he first started it with, like, picking on an anime character with a girl that had, like, abs, and a guy was licking it, and he was like, this is homosexual behavior and shit.
I remember that.
Yeah. And it's not a bit. It's not a bit. I can tell when it's a bit. Like, no, I'm willing to bet that when that time comes, the pharmaceutical company selling aspirin is making a killing. They probably have, like, an entire hedge fund just for one man, which is Academic Agent. And, like, when he puts the stimulus bill into the economy, it destabilizes things. Because he buys so many aspirins. He has to. Like, you can see that he's getting a headache whenever the anime Nazis are swarming him.
God, the internet. What was the name of that? It was something abs.
I don't know. It's like one of those stakes, you know, like wanting muscular women makes you gay. That's like one of the that's in the same area.
I kind of agree with that, to be honest.
Okay, so liking pussy makes you gay.
I know, like the whole muscle mommy thing. I think is kind of cringe. That's just something.
Yeah, but it's a fetish. Hold on. No. I'm not letting you weasel with this one, Mr. Jack from Mass Effect 2. Don't you fucking even dare go over there, right?
No. Jack is not a muscle mommy. Jack is just catted.
She uses psychokinetic ability to bend the tank into two, and you're telling me she's not a muscle mommy. It's like, okay, fine.
Okay, so does Samara, and so does Miranda.
Yeah, but they have tits.
Okay.
Women without tits.
So now you're shifting the goalposts. Now, but first it was the power of their physique. Now it's because they have. I didn't like Jack because of her lack of boobs. I like Jack because she was psychotic.
Look, if she had tits and she was psychotic, okay, 10 out of 10 waifu. But if she doesn't have tits, she's like a little boy, and I'm not a pedophile.
Yeah, but that's the reason why that's the reason why you're just obsessed with boobs. I liked it because when you first meet her, she comes out of the cryos chamber, and then she beats the crap out of 3 mechs and tears a hole in a ship hole. Your whole job is finding people to kick ass to beat the collectors, and she just like waffles the place.
I'm not going to apologize for my heterosexuality. Okay, like as a straight man, boobs are the foundation. Without the foundation, a house just falls down.
Legs are literally the foundation.
They are literally the foundation, but not philosophically. Like, you keep admiring Academic Agent for his philosophy. Now, let me tell you the philosophy of the straight man, okay? Big fat tits.
You're saying that I'm not straight?
Well, if you like Jack, I mean, what can I say? You know, I'm working with the material that the client has provided. What I'm saying...
What about Morgan?
She has tits.
Okay, yeah. But why did I like Morgan?
Because you're bisexual.
See, yeah, no. How the hell does that make sense? I like Morgan because I'm bisexual?
But yeah, she's a woman, Jack's a man, and you like both, and therefore.
Oh, for God's sake, this is terrible.
But see, everything is actually connected. Like, what I'm saying is that my philosophy is eternally consistent. Yes, it is.
No, it's not. This is fucking terrible. I just pretty much like the characters on more what they can do.
Listen.
I do think she looks better in 3, by the way. Because she has the longer hair.
I mean, look, it is what it is. Everyone has weird takes. I guess I'll have to accept that out of all the gay men, I have one gay friend now, and if anyone says that I don't like gay people, I can say, well, Spoons is my friend.
Nobody's gonna buy this, though.
Just said
I actually made a video defending Jack.
SRC Maker, thank you for the $2. Just said the same thing about Spoons and Jack and DM. It's true. I thought the lolis were just.
You hate her so much.
I thought the lolis were just edgy until recently. I can explain the lolis in a bit. Every time you see Dev on social media, tell him he must be opposed. Okay, the lolis. There used to be this time on the internet where offending people was the point. Like, it was the counterculture, because you had the left, it's like, oh my goodness, you're offensive, blah, blah, blah. And so posting the most degenerate, disgusting shit was actually the point. And the idea was that if someone gets upset over what you posted, you would imagine like a person in a house, like in a bedroom, spurging out at their computer screen. Like that's not a human being, that's a fucking monkey, right? Like if you get angry at your own computer, you're not a normal human. Like it doesn't make sense. And so yeah, part of that was just posting lollies, because like it triggered the living shit out of the leftists. However, the internet is not what it used to be, and so like all of the anime Nazis, like they combined the lolly shit because it was like an aesthetic, and they had a lot of burner accounts, and it was also hilarious for them to see like a leftist journal or a blue check mark on Twitter just getting surrounded by these anime girls mocking and ridiculing them, and it did have like a psychological effect, I guess. And someone like Academic Agent that doesn't understand that level of culture, he gets really triggered, which is pretty much what they're doing, like the whole point. And so every year on July, Academic Agent, like you'll see it on the clock in 2026. Just look at his timeline in July. He's going to declare jihad on the anime Nazis again. And I assume that the anime Nazis are going to win for the simple fact that he is but one man and they are so many.
What the hell did I miss that? I haven't really watched his content for that long. But at least not to a July period anyway.
Well, when it happens, I'll let you know. But don't interact with it, okay? Don't engage. Just watch it from the distance.
Yeah, I don't know. I like AA.
Well, if you interact with it, then I'll tell you when it's over, right? Because I don't want you to ruin my fun. This is like a yearly celebration to me. It's like watching the Olympics, you know. But you must watch it without interfering. It's kind of like being a BBC
reporter. Yeah, ruin your fun, V.
No, you would interfere. You'd interfere. To be honest, though, like
based on what?
Yeah, it would be funny if you interfere and then you get the anime Nazis sticking to you as well. So maybe
I could handle the anime Nazis though.
Many people have said that.
I could make them far angrier than AA.
Many people have said that. You know,
I know how to anger and break people online.
I don't think you can
anger. My friend
or
can.
I don't think you can anger or break someone that already is comfortable with the label of Nazi, and then using lollies as PFP. Like I don't know what more you can do to that person.
I absolutely can.
How?
I'll think of something.
Okay, you know what?
What triggers
that is this guy, Bot World's Bad. Like, he is my connection to the anime Nazi. I will tell him to take you to Mastodon and try to annoy the people there. If you can do it, like, show me screenshots. I would love to see it. You can even make a video out of it. Like, it's going to be fun. Look, they're even in the chat. Okay. The anime Nazis are in the chat. They don't have the anime PFP, so...
Yeah, someone said Spoon, do I have a favorite anime? I didn't really watch a lot of anime as a kid. I think the one that I liked the most is probably Metabots.
Have you watched Attack on Titan?
I have not. I don't really watch a lot of TV. The only thing I watch is sports.
I think you'll watch Attack on Titan and you'll like it because it's that type of political shit that you'd really enjoy.
Do you know what's the last show that there's two shows that I always tell people to watch that I liked because aside from the politics, and it was actually a good show. One of them is The Last Kingdom, which deals with the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms when the Danish invaded. That was the other one, and the other one was one called Empress Kai, because it is really, really well written about how like a peasant girl rises to the ranks of the Chinese dynasties.
I like the Chinese Empire.
The acting is really, really good. Yeah, it's actually a very, very good show. And also the main lady is unbelievably fucking attractive.
I'm reading the Chinese Three Kingdoms per Gout. It's quite interesting.
See, I have no problem with Asian shows, just not the anime variety. But I have no problem watching shows from the Far East. They tend to be far better written than the Western one.
I'm not saying witch burning were a good thing, but I understand them now. To be fair, like, witch burnings wasn't that common. They would usually just hang people. I'm making now, it's kind of funny because I'm making videos about the French Revolution, and my god, like, there is a lot of things going on there, and the royals pretty much did nothing wrong. Like, that's interesting. But a lot of people say, see, this is what atheism does. This is what it... When I finish the series, I don't know if I should do like the Salem witch trials as a series or the religious wars in Europe, the Protestantism.
Yeah, Protestantism. That's where it all started to go wrong.
Do you know how it happened, the Protestantism thing?
What do you mean, like the Reformation?
Yeah, like what triggered it?
Or before that?
Well, the church was selling these things called indulgences. The Catholic Church. It's basically like pay to win. So it was kind of like a carbon tax. Now that I think about it, you know how the European Union has like carbon taxes.
Yeah.
Well, they had the sin tax. Technically, it was voluntary. So like, if you, I don't know, you fornicate, you go to a brothel or something like that, you buy indulgence tax from the church. It was kind of like buying a super chat, if you will. And the church was actually making a lot of money on it. And they were pushing bishops and priests in order to gather more funds and to nag people to buy them. And you have like this guy called Martin Luther. And he wasn't like a cheeky little shit. Like, he wasn't an atheist or anything. But he literally just wanted to know, like, hey, Pope, what the fuck? And he goes and nails the I think it was like 95 questions to the Pope on a wall. Like, I'll have to read it more properly because I'm just telling it from memory now. But he nails it to the church door, and back then it was like kind of like the Twitter post. Like, if you wanted to post something, that's literally why it's called posting it. Like, you'd nail it to the door. And the questions were pretty legit. It was like, okay, well, if the Pope can actually save souls, why doesn't he save everyone out of kindness and mercy? Why do we need to pay for it? It was like 95 of these questions, you know? The Pope got triggered, sent him a bull. He decided to burn the bull in front of everyone. And that's what kicked off the Protestant reform, because a lot of people were like, hey, wait a minute, like, this guy actually makes sense. Why does the church sell indulgences? And it triggered massive wars with millions of dead, especially in the Holy Roman Empire, where you have like some princes going, you know what? The divine right of king is actually bullshit. Like, yeah, he does have a point. It's not in the Bible. Like, nowhere in the Bible does Jesus say that the kings have divine right. And that kind of destabilized Europe a little bit. It's interesting history.
I would prefer people go back to that.
To what? Religious wars?
Divine right of kings. I prefer the idea of a leader being accountable to God than being accountable to the people, because the masses are retards.
The thing is though, like, in order to have like whatever political system you want, you need to have legitimacy. And legitimacy translates to why do we put up with this shit? And when people have no answer to why do we put up with this shit, it doesn't matter if you have like divine rule or whatever the fuck. You get either what happened with the French Revolution, or you get what happened in with Cromwell in England, or you get the Protestant reforms. Right? So like, it doesn't really matter what the leader pushes. Like, okay, it's divine right, it's democracy, whatever the case. The moment you stop providing, and legitimacy is
it's a political formula.
Yeah, it's either like being unable to back your threats or being unable to fulfill your promises.
Or pay back your debt.
Pay back your debt. Well, that means that you're going to get people from the outside getting upset.
Yeah, so that's basically American government.
But yeah, no, well, the thing with the American government is that they're lucky because they have the world's reserve in dollars. And so...
Currency. Yeah, and they have a massive arm which nobody wants to tangle with.
And take into account that they are paying their debt. It's just like, they pay some and they make some more, and the debt, you know, like...
It's outpacing the payback, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like it's the same debt. It's like the creditors do get paid, because otherwise, like, no one would trust Americans with anything. But they keep the system because they can afford it.
Yeah, there was I can't remember the name of the guy now, but he made AA did a video about him because he said it was like quite complex economic theory, but the theory posited how America's debt is actually an indication of its economic strength.
Sorry.
Again, it's probably a bit above the theory was that America's debt is an indication of its economic strength.
Well, yeah. Any other nation would
Yeah.
collapse with that debt.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, money doesn't really matter. What matters is who has the boats to control the water. And right now, it's America. So, like, there's nothing that anyone can.
I
can
know. I
really
think America is very much controlled by another small state, just several thousand miles east.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Uh,
I quite like that because whenever Americans give me shit for anything, I just point that out just to make them cope and seethe.
do you know that Dev doesn't believe APAC does anything?
How?
And I was like, you know what? I
Okay,
think, yeah,
I need
I
to
was.
know what is the justification for this insane bullshit?
I don't know. And then, no, he asked me, it's like, so you think like APAC control things, V? And I'm like, no, I think they're just wasting their
Yes.
money, Dev. I think like the Jewish people that formed APAC are just some of like the worst spenders in human history. There's no point for it. There's no
What
need
does
for it.
Jonathan Greenblatt do? Is he just a larper of some kind?
Oh. Biggest US debt holder is the Federal Reserve, so I never worry. We basically found ourselves, plus the petrodollar is a wrong term. It's really the US military dollar.
Yeah.
Well,
Probably true.
if you want to know how powerful America is, imagine you're anywhere on Earth and you have $20. The question is, would you be able to buy some food in order not to starve that day? And the answer is yes. Like literally anywhere on planet Earth you are, probably even in North Korea. If you have $20, like someone will give you food. But if you have like any other currency, like let's say you have rubles or won or euros, there are places on Earth that they would not take that money.
True.
Mr. Twisted
What does
Frenzy,
epic mean by
Spoon,
that?
you're a gym bro. If you met a woman at the gym with a beautiful feminine face and a very defined abs and muscle, your muscles are still bigger in this scenario, you wouldn't ask her out?
No.
Me neither.
No, very defined. Like women should not have defined abs.
Oh, I was going to
Like,
say that I
that's-
wouldn't ask a woman at the gym because like that's a walking lawsuit. But
No, I can pull it off.
so if you see a woman with muscles, you don't like that?
Abs, no. I mean,
What if it's like a Greek statue, like one of those Aphrodites that
no, I mean, I messed around with a girl that I was training in a gym. So that's, I can. It was more just, she had a feminine feature. It's actually ironic because she was Romanian.
Okay. I mean, there's 20 billion of us, so it's not weird if you had like
but it wasn't in Romania.
yeah, like Romania is
And I'm
actually
talking to you. You're Romanian. That is
yeah,
lying.
I know, but like some Romanians actually live the country. I suppose like it's the
Yes, I
place
know.
have been invented. We travel. We have money. It's
Yes, it was more because you're Romanian. You are. Stop ruining my point here.
okay. I spoke with a guy the other day, and he was South African.
Ah, good man. Was he good people?
He's a black gentleman, and he's actually very passionate in movies. And he said that he doesn't like the fact that Hollywood is casting like some of the worst looking black people in history. When they used to cast people that even South African was like, holy shit! Like how are the Americans managed to find people that are more beautiful than the ones we have in Africa?
Well, yeah, it's true.
No, goodness gracious, not Alfarius, $50. Thank you. It's been a while since I've caught one of your streams live. Here's some money. You're making me rich. I need to thank Dev for this. Should I spread like some of the super chats with Dev and ask him like, can you please keep spurging out so that I have content? Because I'm not like ARC. See, like if I'm actually going to do this as a business, which I'm being motivated to do right now, I'm not like what is the Dev story on ARC, right? Like, you look at his channel, most of his videos are shit. Like, 2,000 views, 3,000 views. Talks about Dev, 40,000 views. And if I was to, shit talk about Dev, like, I would be sustainable. I would just talk to Dev. It's like, Dev, listen, I'll give you, like, 20% of my earnings, but I need you to keep sparking out. Like, every day you need to say something more outrageous than the last.
Oh God, that's considering the shit that he says lately. That's kind of a tall order.
I think so, but I will allow him to use ChatGPT if he needs. To be fair, though, it's like if he keeps doing what he does up until now, which is like watch Destiny Channel and shit.
Let me ask Grok. I'm genuinely curious what Grok would say if I ask her, like, how can I be as outrageous? How? Okay. Let me just like.
Do you know that Dev, that like, sorry, not Grok, ChatGPT actually has a database on Dev?
Does it actually?
Yes. I will show you. Frog Jupiter Spoon, have you heard about Dr. Mike Israel new scandal on his suspected fake BGG black belt? You should watch him spar. It's hilarious for a black belt.
Yeah, that whole person. Okay, so this is like a bit of like internet lore with regards to training. As far as exercise goes, the phrase science-based training is basically a brand that got exposed recently because someone took every time he starts his videos, because he's like 3.5 million subs on YouTube on a YouTube channel called like Renaissance Periodization, something like that. And the guy says he addresses himself as like Dr. Mike Israel, and because he has a PhD, he thinks they can talk exercise physiognomy and this kind of shit. Except that he doesn't actually know fucking anything. So someone got a hold of his PhD that was written in like 2011. And I sent it to Aiden, the video the guy goes through, and she said it was probably the most horrifically after PhD she's ever seen in her entire life. How in the name of God did this get published? Because it was absolutely fucking dreadful. And it basically exposed a bunch of people that were defending him because they're in business together. And there's actually no scientific evidence backing the shit that he says whatsoever. And now there's just like a whole bunch of shit coming out, the stuff that he says in the past that he's done. He's basically just like a giant phony. So it's quite bizarre to see the corruption even in shit like just lifting fucking weights.
Okay, let me show you something, right? We're going to go to ChatGPT, and we're going to do a prompt, and we're going to see what happens. So I want to show you that ChatGPT has Dev in its memory. So I will ask ChatGPT, I want you to simulate the chat of a stream of Pipkin Pippa in which short, fat otaku appears. And Pippa absolutely hates him for his drama with Kirsche. And she decides to flame him. Before appearing, Pippa was talking about the importance of guns in the United States. And Dev appears with one of his actualies. And, what was the name of Henya before she became, like, the kettle? Pick-a-me. Pick-a-me steaks. Alright. Here's your stream, Rabbit, with the mouth like belt machine gun, ranting about guns. Right, so Pippa, no chat, no! The Second Amendment is not optional. It's not a coupon. It's not a suggestion. It's a God-given right. Let's see how... I just wanted to correct something. You said about the Founding Fathers. It didn't do a really good job. I think like when it upgraded it, it kind of broke the way it does Dev. All right, hold on. Describe short, fat otaku's personality, speech.
Oh God, that's a hell of a demand.
And ideology. Okay, test to appear in online discourse because you're clearly using the streamer parody public opinion. He carries the vibe of a man who wakes up already preparing a rebuttal. The engine starts in well actually and occasionally downshifts into let me be perfectly clear. He projects of a sort of Canadian libertarian uncle energy, the uncle who insists he's not mad, just disappointed, and then gives you a 27-minute explanation of why you're wrong. There's a strong undertone of self-assurance, the I will now explain civilization to you all.
That's pretty fucking accurate,
He
actually.
presents himself as eternally rational even when his blood pressure is tapping Morse code.
That's a good line, actually.
He gives off the impression of someone convinced is the only calm, sane person in a room full of idiots while everyone thinks he's the one flipping paper.
Yeah, that part is true, though.
Speech cadence, slow, deliberate openings, then a sudden uptick into fast facts burst, then back into a smugly patient cooldown as if he's grading. He loves qualifiers. Everything must be exact. He's the kind of guy who says, technically speaking, even when ordering a sandwich.
That's damn accurate. That is dev to a freaking T.
He delivers often
Absolutely
swings between matter of fact and passive aggressive academic.
True, very true.
Not outright hostile, but always framed like he is the adult in the room explaining reality to you to a confused toddler holding a fork near a wall socket. Ideology, public persona. He positions himself as a rational centrist but anti-woke in the classic YouTube commentator lane. Not extremist, not far right, but definitely orbiting the culture war side of the internet where describing yourself in the middle is usually slightly to the right but doesn't like the label.
That's very true.
He's the type who frames around free speech absolutism, personal responsibility, everyone else's ideology is a cult.
This is extremely accurate.
He loves
me why his stance is the only logical one. Yeah, that's to a T.
He often critiques left-wing spaces, but distances himself from the dubious right-wing rhetoric. I'm not with them, but I'm not with you either act. The world tends to prevent an internet as a battlefield between the reasonable men like him and emotional ideologues and everyone else. When drama hits, he tends to fall into the objective and honest mode, which is both his greatest strength and Achilles' heel, because neutrally delivered with smugness, often like a side take. He's not the villain, just the archetypical guy who thinks he's the smartest one at the table and cannot leave a point uncorrected.
Even when silence would save him calories. God damn, that's fucking brutal.
Hold on. From 1 to 10, how much does he like trans people? If 5 is tolerance, 7 is like, 10 is worship.
Before you get the enter, like this, it's not that he's evil. He's intensely dev. That God damn, this is bloody accurate.
The Viv, Short Fat Otaku is placed at around 4 or 5 on that scale. Yeah, no, I think the AI won't give me a proper response because it's got like safety feature built in around the LGBT stuff.
Oh, does it?
Mm-hmm. What is his drama with VTubers? Let me see if he actually knows. The dish is safe, factually generalized. He has a long history of commenting on internet culture, anime, and VTubers' faces. The Kirsche situation, the one everyone memes. He and Kirsche, a small VTuber, had a conflict that spiraled. The fandom interpreted as unnecessary dramatic, him punching down or him injecting himself into drama he didn't need to touch. Again, this is the community perception and not a factual accusation. This drama stick to him like the glue. Dev versus Kirsche is shortened for that time an outside commentator beefed with a VTuber and the whole community got salty. His brand is calm, pedantic, analytical. VTuber culture is emotional, chaotic, parasocial, extremely online. Yeah.
True.
Anyway, right. Let me see if there's any more super chats. Based on the people I know who like them and what I know about Spoon, I think he would probably enjoy Attack on Titan and Legend of the Galactic Heroes. And I did not skip your super chat. I did read it. Anyway, Spoons, thank you so much for co-hosting this. And chat, thank you also for showing up. I have a show tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Day after. Tomorrow is Friday. Day after. Before the Arshcast, I have a new co-host now. We do an Under the Bridge podcast. And she's a very lovely person. Hopefully you guys will be there. And we're going to have some fun.
She's not just a terrible person. She bullies you.
Yeah,
that's just me.
Yeah, but that's for entertainment purposes.
I know. I like her. She's good people.
She's good people. She's a Zoomer, though. It's kind of weird.
Oh, well. At least one of them is kind of bound to be based at some point.
I suppose. Anyway, right. Chat, thank you for sticking out. And I'll see you guys there. Take care.